Hi everybody, I'm Trin Johnson and welcome to Dust in My Eye. So I was at Blick the other day and I bought a hot press block because I had one and I had used it all up. And I'm glad I did because for this video I am going to use some gouache. And I think gouache does better on hot pressed paper than cold pressed. And I'm going to split my page in two, and I'm going to paint a couple gouache scenes using two different methods for a background. I was thinking about it, and I'm going to try using my XL blocks to do a background because they're Inktense, and Inktense doesn't lift really easily. It kind of, sits down on the paper, and that's it. You can't pick it back up very easily. So I thought that might make a really good background for gouache because I am, here, let me use something else, because I am going to paint gouache on top of it. And I don't want the background to move. And this, by the way, is my sister's go-to method for getting paper off the block. It's a thumb scraper. It's for kitchen, but it works great for this. So hats off to Maggie. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm going to paint two gouache pictures. I'm going to paint one with the XL behind it because it doesn't move, and I think that would be a really cool way to do a background in gouache and have a good start already without having to lay down a wash behind or whatever. Kind of like when I do a pastel painting and you do a underpainting or just color the paper gold or something. Underpainting usually means you're painting the actual scene, but as a background that you're going to paint over. This is more of just a solid wash in the back is what I'm thinking for the XL block. On the other side, I'm going to take some highly granulating watercolor and do kind of a nifty, splashy, interesting background that I will paint over carefully because I'd like to have that remain as like the sky or something. So I'm going to do that over here, and I'm going to do the XL block over here, and I'm going to tape them off, and I'm going to do this one as one video, and then I'm going to do that one as a second video. So this is going to be part one today. If that sounds like something you would enjoy, then stick around and give me a thumbs up if you could, and subscribe, and you will get to see the other one. Then if you hit that little bell notification button, it will show up on your notifications, hopefully, and that way you can catch the other half of this. It just seemed like it was going to be just too long for one video. So I'm just taping around my page. And then I need to tape the middle. So we need to find the middle. It's 10 inches, so I need 5. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to get my gouache out and we will get started. Okay, so I got my Inktense blocks and I covered this side of the paper so I don't mess up next time's space. And I did give my gouache a little squirt. These are my dry gouache palettes. And I want to put out a little white. I keep my white in these tubes mixed with some watercolor medium. And is it just watercolor medium? What's it called exactly? Blending medium. Watercolor blending medium. And it keeps it a nice consistency. And I find I don't waste as much that way. So I'm going to just do something out of my head and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to start, I think, this one with a purple background because I thought that would be fun. And this is the whole point. Now, what I'd like to do is just rub it on there. So, technical term. So I am going to wet this. Different technique here. And see if I can make that work. Oh, that's kind of cool. Wasn't necessarily what I was after. I wonder if I wet this. There we go. That's really dark. Okay, let me set that aside. Oh, oh, I set my paintbrush down in the white gouache. That was not intentional. Let's just clean this up a little bit. Don't really want white on this right now. All right, let's try and blend her out. Get this on here nice and smooth as I can, and then I'm going to let it dry completely. Okay, now I'm just gonna let it dry and clean my water and clean this up a little bit while I'm waiting. Okay, I'm back. I've cleaned everything up. This is dry. And I'm going to start painting. So let's start with this little flat brush. Now I think what I'm going to do is just a little blue up here, like a night sky. But I don't mind if a little of the purple shines through. gouache just shows up so much better with a little white in it. I do feel like it might be pulling up some of the purple. I thought it would stay put pretty good, and it is. Okay, I think I'm going to call that done. I can take this off, because that's for the next time. And I can use that again to cover this side when I paint that side. So stay tuned for next week, and then I will paint this side, and then we'll peel off all the tape and see what we think about the two different methods to doing a background for gouache painting. So I hope this was interesting. I found it kind of fun. I've never done that before, and I'm glad you could join me for it. And if you would like to, please check out my Etsy shop, where I've printed my artwork along with cute little monsters and other fun stuff for sale. And until next time, thank you so much for watching.